10 seconds remaining. Complexities turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Beastmaster.
Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back into the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 7 playoffs. We're here with Complexity Gaming versus Digital Chaos, Game 3 of the third series between these two squads in the past 2 days. Complexity taking game number 1 rather easily. Digital Chaos the same, taking game 1 rather easily. It's a back and forth series, and we're here with game number 3 now underway on Canada Cup here on Moonduck TV. My name is Vaughn. With me is Grant and Lurker Derp. Grant, if you have to pick one team, not even based off of a draft right now, just not even looking at your computer screen, if you had to pick one team that will win the series, which one would it be?
Team Freedom.
All right, good.
No, I'm just kidding. Not if I don't look at the draft. I already seen the draft, but basing it off these 3 picks, I still don't know. I feel Complexity after they take that game, they're feeling themselves a little bit, but maybe DC's like, give them a game. I'm gonna give you the most basic answer ever. I don't know. Both teams are playing great.
Way to stand
Just
up
kidding.
for
If
your
I had to pick a
convictions.
team, I'd say Complexity now.
There you
Phoenix
go.
X is sick. I love Phoenix X.
It is very strong, and Complexity are known for their axe play. Limp in particular, that is his hero. He loves playing into the safe lane. I've done multiple different setups for Axe, but Axe Phoenix as a dual, I guess, laning duo, whatever you want to call it. I have no idea. I'm barely speaking English at this point. Is pretty damn strong. With Sunray, obviously, healing up the Axe and taking down whoever is called, especially strength heroes, which Sunray punishes pretty devastatingly. So good stuff. I mean, yeah, I like the opening from Complexity, but you can't say that Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit is also not a good opening for DC, but it doesn't feel like a normal DC opening to me for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
And if you see again, DC, they have second pick, but they still ban Bounty Whiffs 10th time in a row, so they give Phoenix to Complexity. So like we said, Complexity, they get Phoenix, but DC finally was the first team to stop that hero, and it's like 5-0 run.
Yes. That hero's still very strong. And it was the Meepo that had to do it. Remember that. They had a game plan, but it was the 5th pick Meepo that had to actually come out and really stop the... Well, I mean, I guess that didn't stop the Phoenix. Like, he still got his Sunray off. He still got a lot of kills.
Destroyed in one team fight, like, super hard.
Yes. If we were to extrapolate the game to go further, and if the Supernovas kept getting off, I would imagine that more of that would have happened,
Yep.
probably.
And now that I think about that, that's probably why we see the Axe third pick, actually. It already kind of pushes the Meepo away, because, I mean, Meepo can destroy an Axe, but with the Phoenix healing him, and maybe a mech from another hero in Complexity, that Axe will actually just part of Meepo. It's like a ban pick right there.
Yes, so it takes out 2 birds with 1 stone, essentially, and that's very, very important for Complexity, just to make sure they deny that Meepo from Digital Cast. It's not going to be picked up by Weehaw. I do want to point out, guys, that this is not our only game this evening. I know a lot of you will probably leave after this game, but don't you worry. We have more Dota out there for your diehard NA fans. It is Enemy GG versus Evernova. Whew! It's going to be a barn burner.
Let's put it this way. Enemy GG has BSJ. Evernova has beaten Complexity. It's a best of 1. We might see some of the clowniest meme strats you have. I've been to a circus, and I have fed an elephant peanuts. And this could be more bonkers than...
Oh, it's really that bonkers? Have you actually been to a circus before?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I really haven't.
Sure. I knew you were lying.
Don't call me out. No,
Come
I've been to a circus in, like... No, I haven't. I was trying to
I
think
bet you've
of
been to
something
a
funny to
carnival.
say.
I bet you've been to a carnival. That's pretty clowny.
Like, ish, yeah.
There you go.
This Carney was like, hey, doing after this? And I was like 14. I'm like, and I ran away.
You needed an adult, essentially, is what
Yeah,
happened.
I did. I just went on a roll. It was good.
Okay, well, I'm glad you had fun, / were terrified for a few minutes, but anyways.
And you see the Drow ban from Complexity. You just don't ever want to go against Avenge Drow. Those 2 auras plus a Beastmaster aura alone are saying they do that. Next, we saw DC play it, I think, once yesterday. It's just a strong hero. We actually haven't seen it today in the games.
That's like one of Resolution's go-to. That's definitely one of Resolution's go-to.
And now he's got his other
sure.
go-to now.
The Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
I will say that I don't think Gyro is certainly not as strong as the Lifestealer in this current meta, because of obviously Armlet and how like Icarus dive, the Nyx bombs coming out. Gyro's good for the reasons we mentioned last game or 2 games ago when we talked about how you could be effective with your early game team fight oriented kind of spells. But really, he actually got a lot of help in that first game. I mean, he did a lot of damage with Rocket Barrage and Black-Handed, but it's not like he didn't have more AoE damage coming from other sources. You know, right now, AoE damage is a little bit limited to just 10 at this point. Beastmaster kind of has axes, which is great. You have Wave of Terror, which is, I mean, it's going to help with the Flat Cannon, but JR kind of has to do it all on his own right now and hope that he doesn't get blink called, because then he's probably just dead or something.
Yeah, DC's lineup, though, is super oriented on doing that fight, like you said. I think we'll definitely see him pick up maybe a Volker's ban. Okay, that's smart, yes. They need to pick something else can do a little bit of AoE damage, and then with the minus the auras from Beastmaster Revenge, they can almost do what happened last game. Push up hill at like 20 minutes in with all the.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how these next picks come out. I agree with you on the Drow Ranger ban from Complexity, by the way. That they saw that coming from maybe a mile away. Maybe even if DC didn't have a plan of getting the Drow Ranger, they're like, okay, well, this is a Beastmaster Vengeful Spirit. We do not want to give that up. So I'm glad they took that out of the pool as quickly as possible. Complexity get up an Earthshaker. He's not picked that often anymore, really.
He is not. We saw it one game yesterday. We saw it in a game yesterday. I'm forgetting who played it. I believe it was on Complexity. Was it Z-Freak?
Okay.
Nah, I'm gonna have to look it up. But we saw it once yesterday, but it is still a very rare hero. It's one of those heroes that early game he can definitely complex. He has to hit early clarities, and like one stun he's out of mana, and he can save somebody, maybe initiate a kill, but unless he's getting levels somewhere, he can fall off super hard mid game. And wow,
they went for it. The mid Weehaw Jakiro, which did work yesterday.
I don't think he even played well. Maybe they're trying to, like, we've seen a lot of mind games. Maybe they're trying to trick him into thinking it's a mid Jakiro, and it turns out to be a support.
I'll say this, like I said it last game during the draft, I wouldn't put it past them. But yeah, talk about the game where they picked up Jakiro mid last game, or last night. Talk to us a little bit about that, if you can.
The Jakiro?
Yes.
It does really good versus Puck. It's like a Quap essentially versus the Puck, and he's only going to be able to dodge your Liquid Fire or your Dual Breath. So the Jakiro actually does extremely good in the lane, and once he gets level 7, he can either have the level 4, he can just push towers insanely well, or he can spam the Liquid Fire onto the Puck, and he can't dodge all of them. And he's tanky. That hero's naturally like strongest intelligence hero besides Ogre.
10 seconds remaining.
And then he went for the, it was like, what, I can't remember if it was
You went
Arcanes
Veil
or something.
second.
Veil?
You went Arcane something Veil.
Wasn't Yule's. It wasn't.
Was it Aether?
Are
I don't know.
you
He
sure
went
he
Veil
didn't pick a Veil
second. What
first?
was it? It might have been the Mac. I think he went Mac. No,
Yeah,
no.
I think he went
Did
back after Veil.
I don't know. Whoa, and now, oh
picked
my,
a
they have
Zeus
they
in that?
went the Zeus Spectre.
But the global strategy, if Axe gets like a blink call, they
Everyone's
just haunt
dead.
in, and they have like a Sunray on top, and they have lightning bolts and Zeus ults. It's
I like the team fight from Complexities. They saw the team fight Gyro, Venge, to Cure bring in, and they just brought the house down on DC.
They really did. This is.
No, there it is support.
Oh, you were
to
right.
Kiro.
You said it. Oh my
Yeah.
god! But they are picking this into exactly what you said earlier. They're picking this into an Axe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly, I know we saw the Meepo go ham game 1, but I like Complexity's draft a lot more this game.
Wait,
That's it. Chessie on that ES? Swindle, so it's an offlane ES, okay.
Cute
Wait,
draft.
that's... Oh, so
Wow.
it's an Axe in jungle, okay, that might...
Cute draft. That's
Cute draft.
Swindle. Okay, well. Misery
And,
being very polite.
these two are all...
Oh my god.
yeah, these two. I know I talked about Shazam and DC happening a lot, but we're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see a lot of all three of those teams in like every qualifier ever now, pretty much.
I was gonna ask earlier if like these, you play 3 series, you get sick of each other after a period of time.
Oh, I'm sure they hate each other. I love, like, when I watch Amber's DC, I think 8 series now, and man, I'd watch a 9th series right after this. I love watching like teams build their own story. Doesn't have to do it sometimes.
And we could like have the storyline carry right over into Manila, which is happening very soon. Oh my god, Moo! Why you gotta do sturdy like that? Jesus. I feel like the flame is it's got flames spreading all over the place. It's hitting everybody, man.
Damn, and now he's flaming his English? Oh, okay, this is classic NA. I'm glad this isn't banned. Well, maybe it is an NA tournament. No one cares, though.
God, I feel like I'm being flamed in the process of this.
Oh, you're not.
I'm sure
We're the only
should
two not getting flamed, I feel.
Well, yeah.
Flame
Good
the
for
other
us.
casters,
Good for
though.
us. Anyways, this game is already turning. There's a lot at stake now after that start. The classic all chat.
And now it's the Weehaw Meepo again, not the Weehaw Weak Hero.
Hero, yeah. The THD.
Weak Hero Taco Bell. Man, Taco Bell sounds good right now.
That does sound pretty nice. But I'm poor, so sadly I will not get Taco Bell tonight.
Yeah, we see Swindle does the block with his whatever totem thingy. So the creeps will be a little farther, and he does it again. He's bringing the creeps all the way up.
Yeah, he wants this as close to the tower as possible.
Oh, so it was by hand. Called it. I knew Complexity played.
Yeah, you said Z-Freak. It was the other support.
Yeah.
Sad enough to
Well,
say.
just maybe we were talking about it the other all of us. I was saying, what if they're both in team houses? What if they just switched computer seats, like with names, so you didn't know who was playing on what? I mean, it's not legal, right? Really mess up like what's going on.
I never thought about it that way. Why would they do that?
Because like you're thinking of Swindle's, I don't know, you're just doing you for you.
Okay. I don't think they would do that. Not in Canada Cup anyways. Maybe in the Summit qualifiers. I don't know. Maybe, but not in Canada Cup upper bracket. If it was lower bracket, maybe.
Yeah,
Swindles and Misery going toe-to-toe. Fisher comes out. The Bud Bombs going to work. Axe has 10 CS currently. He's jungling Z-Freak Axe, by the way. We didn't talk about this. It's usually Limp on the Axe, but they've changed things up. It's the Limp Zeus going out, and then obviously the Chessie Spectre. Spectre Dagger Moo's going to get caught with the Sunray. It's actually Hanskin taking down the board first because he wants to make sure he can get out just fine against Moo. So smart play there to take down the board as quickly as possible so that he can get out, salve up, and they can chase down Moo or at least harass him. And so that Moo can't get that kill. If he had the board up, they might be able to get a kill on one of these two heroes. Or he might be able to get a kill on one of these two heroes, but not the case.
I love watching Z-Freak jungle. He got that pull while he was killing the other camp, and he got 2 of best camps. Now that it's little centaurs instead of a big and a little. Oh, top lane again. They're just fighting. Sorry. I love watching Z-Freak jungle. could watch someone PvE for hours.
Same big fan of PvE myself. Rocket Barrage off cooldown 1 second. Swindle in trouble. No Fisher ready to go. He doesn't have the mana for it, and Sox is going to draw first blood by getting that last right click and resolution. Although the creep wave came in and almost saved him, Sox had the range to get that first blood. They could have given it to resolution. He would have gotten it with one more right click. They didn't have the mana for the Fisher, but they really just wanted that kill as quickly as possible. By the way, they have done that good old, what we saw last game, or game 1, I should say, is Weehaw rotates the jungle and they give Misery the mid lane Jakiro. So it's sort of kind of like what we saw earlier.
It was actually Chinese teams in Dota 1 used to thing where they'd actually put Lion solo safe lane and you get like a 6-minute blink, and he could just run around the map dominating by himself, and then they just have like a jungle hero come out of nowhere and just take over the lane. It's kind of a similar situation, so you're getting a lot of farm on like every hero besides you get the main farm on the hero you need, aka Misery early.
The good thing though is Complexity is a way to. They're at least they have an opposing jungler. I'll say he doesn't scale as well as a Meepo, obviously, but he does very well later on into the game with good farm like a Blink Dagger. Moo's taking a lot of damage from Sunray. Axes and the tower hit. Oh, Moo outplays him with the tower and the wild axes to get the kill. Moo.Zeta coming in. That was nice.
Was Moo just, and sometimes you don't see people go axes, and he wouldn't have got that kill without those axes, and perfect throw.
Gonska just gets caught a little bit outside of maybe his comfort zone in the tower range and a little too close to that tier 1 tower, and Moo just finds the axes. The level 1 axes don't do that much damage. It's just the extra 70 he needed. Or it's
140.
Yeah, I was going to say it's 70 per hit, so extra 140 damage, which by the way is a lot of damage against a who's inherently pretty squishy. So nicely done.
You know what this Beastmaster set looks like? That he looks like Thunder from Killer Instinct.
You and I have had this conversation before, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it was Fogged that I've never played Killer Instinct.
Oh, maybe it was me. I think it was.
I've never played Killer Instinct. I actually think it was Fogged. I can't remember. I have no idea.
It's yeah. Swindle. Oh, Swindle actually. I thought he was gonna trap Soxa in there, but he doesn't. And they're just going to take this tower free, I think.
Yeah.
Unless someone else rotates, they're taking this.
No flat cannon for a bit, so he can't quite get the creep wave down. Nobody rotating in. So Rocket Barrage, they're going to keep beating out. Might be a little too late. Fisher comes out. It stuns resolution. But there's going to be the right click, and Sox is going to get Lightning Bolt down. Lip has his Zeus Ult. He's going to bottle up resolution. He might be in trouble here. Another Lightning Bolt and a Zeus Ult might get this kill. Arc Lightning going to come through. Weeha's nearby. Meanwhile, top lane, there's action happening. Sunray Moo's going to get caught. Spectral Dagger going through. He's going to pop the board on the axis. Come out. Hodgkin, no Icarus time. Moo will take down one. Kitty turn it onto 2. The board doing some work. Moo's going to try to get up. Zeus Ult doesn't bring him down. He's got 28 HP. The board slow Chessie has the Spectral Dagger. That should give him the kill, and it will. TP in. Sox are looking for a Magic Missile. Wave of Terror is there. Magic Missile comes out. Spectral Haunt away. He can't get it off in time as the stun gets there just in the nick of time, coming up for DC. What a battle all over the goddamn map, honestly.
That was interesting. I noticed that Chessie stopped at beats. I thought for sure going to be a free kill on Moo. The Zeus was just going to ult and Spectre attack him, but Spectre started farming creeps instead. And Zeus probably like, hey, I have ult, go after him. Because he had to dive a little bit farther, that really hurt, and that gives the Venge a lot of levels. He's almost 6 now. That's 6 minutes in.
That's huge. And you look at the supports for, well, actually just the offlaner and the Phoenix for DC. Obviously, the Axe is having a very good time, but Earthshaker is not. Swindle's is having a rough time, but that might change here as Weehaw is going to try to jump out, but he gets Fisher in the meantime. Sunray, he gets out in time with a poof. He lives with 18 HP. He almost even gets denied. Last right click flies to him from the Zeus. The auto attack kills him in the jungle. Are you joking me?
And I think Limp typed LOL in ally checks. You could hear the Zeus laugh.
That's
actually I forgot it did that.
Roar top lane, Wave of Terror comes out. Magic Missile, they're going to not stack the stuns. They should be able to bring him down. Z-Freak's too late. He can get the call off, but only get Moo in the time. But Z-Freak actually gets slowed up by the board poison again. And Moo should get out. Z-Freak's going to eat his way through the tree line. Hawk's going to come through just to get vision. Nice set of gank onto that Spectre. Getting caught again. Nicely done for DC.
Yeah, and these boars, good micro from Moo. Just he's stopping everyone from getting kills. He's getting kills because of it. Moo doing Moo things. Remember on Archon, he was heavily praised.
Moo is a very solid NA player. And if you don't know that already, you haven't been watching enough Dota. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, top lane, they're going on Moo again.
This could be good for
Maybe.
complexity. They need some extra farm for the Spectre. The Spectre Dagger, it's going to come through, but it's way too far. Moo's already underneath this tower. The move speed from the Tranquil Boots will get him out in time. But there's a wraparound coming in, and Limp, who's the highest in net worth, is looking to get back on the board and help his team secure a better future for themselves as we progress into 7.5 minutes in. Moo sitting underneath a tier 1. Limp's waiting. The push is coming. That is for damn sure. Z-Freak, by the way, picking up a Vitality booster, probably for a Vanguard. There's the Lightning Bolt. Spectral Dagger slowing him down, but still with a Tranquil. Now the Zeus Salt and the Sun Rays. Well, Moo is done, and Limp gets himself a killing spree. He is now up in top net worth with about 3,300 for Weehaw, 4,000 for himself. Rotating it is going to be Saksa, but I don't think he can do anything about this.
Yeah, they know, like, they knew they were safe diving that hard because they were getting bottom tower. Axe was full HP and everything. Axe could just get a call on someone and they would just die, so... Smart, calculated dive on Beastmaster.
And Z-Freak will go ahead and take mid now, looking to stop the push from Misery, who is now Tranquil Boots as well as a Null Tally. You get his second Null Tally. They're going to haunt in. Where are they going? They're going to find bottom resolution. I think the Fisher is, it's not on cooldown, but he doesn't have the mana for it. Rocket Barrage roars up, Swindle's in trouble, they'll turn it. And they need to get a Borsal on Chessie, but he just phases on out of there. He had 11 sick charges too. Would have been tougher to bring him down without losing Resolution in the process. But Resolution is more than happy with that outcome. Good exchange for him.
Swindle was at 153 mana. He needed 2 more for that stun and the secured kill. Can't quite get it.
Wow. That sucks. By the way, what did Chikiro buy? Cloak. Misery might be going for Glimmer Cape, or just good for casual, magic resistance.
I've seen a lot of casual cloaks, mostly from the Han players. Used to be a pretty big thing.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
That's not Misery, though. Misery is one of the few that's not.
Yes, exactly. Although casual cloak is just a generally good thing. It's not limited to just Han players.
Yeah, it's just it gives you a set percentage.
Oh, he also got the second Null Tally. I didn't know that, but he did.
So
get
he's
the second
definitely going
Null Tally.
Veil then first.
Which I assumed. I think we both assumed.
Yes.
That's fine.
Assumptions were made. That's probably correct.
Sick, we got the assumptions. Z-Freak will get caught with Magic Missile. They swapped him back as you talked about. Rocket Barrage, good call, but we'll only keep him alive for half a moment longer. Resolution getting caught by the Sunray. Limp has a haste rune. Resolution is dead. Great Fisher coming out from Swindle. Stocks will try to TP out, and he will make it away. They have nothing else to stun him with. The Swindles was not there with the Enchant Totem. So that's not the best trade, I think, for Resolution. But again, while this is all happening, Weehaw continues to get farm. He's up to a point booster, looking to get that Aghanim Scepter. They're going to try to get the Tier 1 tower. Cliff is still up and ready. It'll go just at that last second as the tick with Liquid Fire was about to go through. They'll be able to get it nonetheless. There's no deny coming out with there's Liquid Fire and a Beastmaster with Boars hitting it. So good Tier 1 tower taking from DC.
And Meepo, like we see, it's not quite as big this game. The fights, like DC still up by 3 kills with Weehaw just jungling, but he is farming very well. Book 1's up on Beastmaster lying out right now, so they can start pushing even harder.
Complexity, they still have decent late game potential. I say decent, I mean they have the goddamn Spectre. So that's something that, and they also have Book 1, or that's actually out in DC. I'm getting ahead of myself. I remembering Swindle last game on the Beastmaster, but it's actually Moo this time around that's playing it. But Swindle is not having the best game. Level 7, yes, he's got Echo Slam, but he has no mana. He has to have 5 Basilia just to make sure he can get off his Echo Slam or his Fist because he doesn't have the mana for it. The Roar comes out, there's going to be the Necro Archer burn. The call down on top will actually slow him down just barely, and they bring him down. I think the backlash came through. Now the Echo Slam, they get it off, but Resolution comes in with a Rocket Barrage. Dual Breath came through as well, and that Echo Slam did literally nothing for Swindle. And he is even further behind now than he was before.
Did you see what killed the Axe? He spun and killed the level 1
melee
Necro Creep. Yeah, and he just blew up. That was 412 damage, it said. That is a lot for a level 1.
Yes.
I'm push tier 2.
I was like, I saw him just kind of evaporate. I'm like, he must have killed the Necro, but I didn't know he was that close enough to spin and hit the Necro minion, so.
And look at how quick they push. Beastmaster, Aura, plus Liquid Fire.
I mean, oh, good
Rotation.
scan, Radiant. They see that there is a team incoming, but here we go. This is going to be Han coming out from the Spectre. Misery's the furthest, or closest rather, to Complexity. Lightning Bolt, Limp's looking for Resolution, can't quite fight him. Zeus Ult can't bring him down, but Resolution's still slowed up. The Arc Lightning is there with the Anthlons to get the range, and now Moo and Misery caught way out of position. Chessie comes in, they'll be able to get 2, and looks like 3 kills. Can Z-Freak get the duck off? They don't need it, as Chessie's picked up a double kill and 3 earn charges, not to mention 1,600 gold. Spectral Dagger, he's going to chase after Saksa. I don't think they can do it. Oh, they get the fish for just the tip. It won't block him off. Chessie will go up to the high ground and down to the low ground. Good magic missile will keep him in place. They have another 2 urn charges to use. Plus phase boost, not to mention 15 stick charges for Chessie. Sox in trouble, another spectral dagger, and Chessie will get more than 3. It's going to be 4 going his way. Nicely done. Gets him up to 2k gold on top of the tier 1 tower push coming out from complexity. They turn it around, saying, listen, half bring Weehaw if you want to be able to fight us. But here comes Moo looking for the roar. He can't quite get the range. He gets the hawk off, and now Z-Freak might get caught out of position or Swindles. We'll see who he goes for. He knows Z-Freak is there. There's the Battle Hunter. Swindles is going to come and get the Fisher off. Cuts top resolution and misery from the rest of the crew, but here we go. Drop down the call down. There's a supernova on the backside coming out from the dire squad. Complexity with a pretty good fight so far, but Z-Freak's still low. The supernova stun moves in trouble. They get the sunray heal off into Z-Freak, the dual breath, but he's still alive. Just barely. Liquid fire going to work. Z-Freak about to go down, but Limp has already killed 1 hero. Liquid fire elastic will not kill him. He'll stay alive with Vanguard and Liquid Fire, his Tranquil Boots. Fisher onto Misery now. He's in trouble. Lightning Bolt, they don't have the mana for it. Soaring's down for another 18 seconds, but here comes Chessie all the way back from mid lane. Misery about to go down, trying to find his Liquid Fires and do as much damage as possible. But when it's all said and done, it's a dominating spree for Chessie. And 2 more dead heroes for DC. And Complexity have taken this game back and evened it up.
That was probably the best Sunray I've seen. He literally just stayed melee range on him, just healed. Like, he didn't care about anything. Just healed him. That was such a good fight by Complexity because of the Sunray keeping him all alive.
Vanguard making sure that he can take as much brutal beating as possible.
Yeah, the Vanguard actually heals, I mean, 8 HP a second. It heals through a lot of the Liquid Fire. Complexity's on top now with kill-wise, and they have the Spectre. This Zeus can one-shot almost most of it. Just gotta avail.
Weehaw has picked up his Aghanim Scepter, though, which is something important to talk about. Like,
yeah, he needs the blink now. Once he gets the blink, he can one-shot the Zeus. So, who gets the tic-tac? Who puts the X or the O first?
Yeah, and Limp has been a major thorn in their side. I feel like if you can kill this Limp thing, you're in a very good spot because that's a lot of your damage is gone. Not to say that Complexity will lose all of their damage. How much has Swindle caught back up after that? Not that much. Yeah, but he's those stun like that one with the one in the river. I can't believe he hit that stun. That would not have been a kill that. And then the one top save Z-Free, the block right there at the secret shop. His stuns are on point. He's still very underfarmed. Uh-oh. That's not good.
They're all at the. That's just a faulty computer. He crashed in the first game too. They're all at the same house.
Wow. Well.
Come on, Simon.
It's a very
European name.
You can wonder. Like, it's not. The computers they have at the house are probably not built by themselves, obviously, or anybody. I think it's probably one of those pre-built computers or something.
Buy power.
Maybe, I don't know.
Need for seat.
Hey, those are good chairs, dude.
Soylent.
You should be able to get you have Soylent, so that's good.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to crack up a Soylent after this game.
I'm cracking a Dr. Pepper and a Soylent.
That might not be good for you.
I'm gonna mix them. And a Red Bull.
That's definitely not good for you.
That just sounds terrible. I'd actually, not even I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do it for $1.
You heard it here first, folks. Patreon $1.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Soxa's dead, I think. Smoke, TP, good try. That did not work. Fisher came out, stunned him. He did not expect your Shaker. Resolution's doing a good job of split pushing top. He's not the top in net worth again. Resolution, he was fighting a lot in the first game. He's doing a lot of the same in this game. Moo gets the tower, and he'll TP out as this happens. He's also got his throw 2 now. This is where it gets a bit tricky. The Earthbind's going to come out. Chessie might be in trouble. Caught, and he just goes down bottom onto Misery. Misery can't get the skill. Ice Path will come out. Dual Breath will do some damage, but Chessie will be fine. It's just a really good reality from the Spectre to make sure he gets out. Chessie will be able to get away scot-free here. He'll take a little bit of damage, but he has to go back home anyway. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and this is how Complexity wanted to punish the first game when it was a 4v5 with Meepo just farming. They've taken a little bit of the lead. They've gotten Spectre quite a bit of farm. Looks like he's going to be going for the Radiant. Sometimes we see Yasha or the casual Vit booster, but he can get this Radiance before 20. That's really good farm against this DC team.
It's looking like that's a definite pos. I don't even want to say definite pos, but it looks like that's going to happen. He's 3,800 right now, which is his relic. And then, of course, he just needs the recipe, which he should be able to get in the next 4 minutes, unless something crazy happens. Z-Freak, in the meantime, just burrows down an entire Ancient stack, which gets him up to his Blink Dagger. Speaking of blinks, guess who has his? It's Weehaw. I had a hiccup there, so that's why I didn't answer my
I
guess
thought it was
right
like the
after
Blues
that.
Clues segment. Gotta wait a little bit, make sure the kid. I actually babysat for a kid, and he was very bad at the door to explore Blues Clue stuff. Like he couldn't find the clue when it was clearly on the couch. Is
Did
really
you flame him when he couldn't find it? Like, what's your problem?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there. Like it looks like Zeus is. I assume Octarine next, but yeah, Octarine. The item he can go. Well, they can go a lot of different items, but that's why you get
The
the
only
arcade
correct
bits after
decision
Aether Lens.
Is what you're saying.
Split them apart again, yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
I hope I called it. Axe has Blink now too, so. And once again, I feel like both teams kind of want to counter each other. Like, neither team wants to initiate. The teams want to be.
Z-Freak's
Never
getting
mind.
initiated on. There's the Roar bottom. They have Magic Missile ready. They're not going to stack this on Z-Freak. Will not do nearly enough damage with the counter heal. Since they were trying to make a play on top with Swindle going on to the rest of the Weehaw Meepos, but he already just rotated all of them in with his poof. And then he just poofs top, and he's going to go on to Swindles. Looking for the kill. The Earthbind comes out, and he gets a double kill with the right clicks coming through. All of a sudden, he's back to 2,000 gold after just getting that BKB. Hard comes in and wasted, and he's back at the base. He TP's home, and then he just poofs the rest of his Meepo clones on top of them, and he only bots right on top of that as well. And now he's going to just BOT in on top of this boar, and they're going to go to work right into Roche. Mech is now up, and they'll be able to take this pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, they know what's happening. They have the ward watching him go in, but they can do zero against it.
That's
2 heroes down, and yeah, the haunt. That was such a good TP by Weehaw.
That was very quick. I don't know if it was just game sense or if he was just going back just to make sure he could be full health for the Roche fight or whatever was happening. That puts him up so far in net worth 2, which is huge.
Yeah, I think it was. They saw that it was a free tier 2 bottom. He's like, why aren't they trying to defend it all? And then he's like, they might be coming top, and it worked out. Chessie is gonna have his Radiance now.
Why is that? Oh, I was like, Hawk is taking damage, Battle Hungered. I was really confused for a second. I'm like, oh, the Hawk is on the other
Hawk
team.
got hungry.
Hunger for some blood. They're going to fire down the tier 2 tower, and Jaro will pick up an SNY, not to mention his Ogre Club. So again, he doesn't have the most form in the world, but yeah, I mean, DC are right back into a very prominent position. But there it is. It's before 20 minutes. It's 19 for the rating, so it does take a bit longer.
Pretty good.
And then they just smoke up right after that. Is Haunt back up? No, it's down for 42 seconds. So they will not have Haunt at this engagement. They're drawing a straight line. Actually, that's the orange player. That's Moo drawing a straight line saying, hey, they're pretty much in this area. But it seems that they know this is happening. You can see Resolution is running as fast as he possibly can away from the smoke of the seat gang from Complexity.
It was just smartly a Radiant using
Oh,
the
this
scan.
game might actually... Oh, that's right on the edge.
Oh,
There it is.
and they seize it the last second. Oh, and he pings. He's like, oh, what the hell?
Limp's there, or somebody's there, and they're TPing. Yeah, they're ready to fight now. They
Yeah,
also,
they
the Dire
use
used
their
to stand here. The
scan.
Dire thought there was a smoke coming out in this area, or they were wrapping around going this direction, but that's not the case. But they will see everybody rotating in. There's a couple of observer wards that are Dire-based. And DC, Weehaw, he's going to get jumped on. There's going to be the Axe. They're going to use the call. They're going to find the dunk. They don't get it off, but it's the Aegis now. They re-eyed it in further, down towards that bottom lane. Limp looking for move. Roar's going to come out. He's in trouble. Ice Path. Bishop comes out. They get the mech off in time. Meanwhile, call down, and the Earthbind going to connect. Limp in trouble. Hanskin's going to be next. No Icarus time. He just used it. Didn't cancel it, so went too far. Now TP ways. Chessie, another Earthbind would be there, but it's not quite in time as Weehaw was a little bit too far to the south. He's kind of keeping his clones back here for some reason. That's just a mismicro or something. I don't know what's happening. He's going to TP one top, and then... Alright, he's going to split push. Still, 2-for-1 engagement. They lose 2, but they get the Limp Zeus, which is very important, Grant.
Yep, they do. That's the biggest one. There's just a 2-for-1 trade. They did lose the Aegis, but it doesn't really matter. And is Weehaw a Scotty or a sheep buyer on Meeple?
He bought sheep last game.
I know some, like, I remember when Hani used to play Meepo. Awkwardly, he would get Scotty over, but he just got Scotty on anything. That guy loves Scotty.
Pretty good item. But I think this is this a Hex game, or...
Yeah, Sheep's. I mean, Sheep's one of those items you literally can never say it's bad. Like, Atos, you're like, it's bad this game. Sheep, it's like, well, disabling a hero, I guess, is never bad.
It's like BKB, kind of. Well, there are some bad BKB games, but...
True.
Not many. But yeah, Sheep, I agree with you in that sentiment. So yeah, they lose the Aegis as you talked about. They lost the Moo on top of that. The DC, they had that like one bad engagement top or two bad engagements, but since then they've not lost anything. As that's the story the graph has been telling us. I mean, and they were ahead even after those fights too.
Yeah, exactly. It was because they even with him losing those team fights, it was Weehaw was farming the whole time, and Aghanim's flank is all you need. Now he can just go around solo killing anyone he wants. So it forces Complexity to play a different way.
And that was with a vision advantage, by the way. Complexity don't have that luxury anywhere else in the map. They have it down here, essentially, and that's about it. So, and Complexity decided to smoke. I hope they did it in the base, because there's an Observer Ward here that might have scouted it out, a Radiant Observer Ward.
They didn't.
Alright. Misery is going to TP out of a location where there is vision for Complexity. Still, Complexity seem to be on the warpath. They're drawing, well, they're walking straight down towards the mid lane. They may very well run into this Weehaw Meepo. He's close to him. They're going to run into Blink the call. Honestly, Haunted as well. Moves in trouble. So is Sox. They'll both fall. Call down Black Cannon reinitiation, but a good Fisher to split the fight. Icarus dive in. They get off the Supernova on top of this. Misery can't do it alone. Resolution and everyone calling to get out. Echo Slam doesn't bring down Resolution, but they brought down everyone else, and Weehaw is alone. Clones are out of, well, at least one of the clones is out of position. He'll be able to back up into the base, but Complexity will take down 4, and they will get a tier 1 tower on top of it as well. Huge fight coming out for that dire team.
Complexity is the king of doing that. You know they're a little bit down in the game. They have the Spectre Radiant, so they're not completely out of it. They just make the team happen. That is definitely their biggest thing.
Very good Blink call. They had like everything ready to go after that Blink call initiated, so it was just really good team play from them.
Yeah, and even though Weehaw actually scouted out the smoke on Limp, but I'm glad they didn't hesitate. They just went right where they needed to and off.
By the way, Weehaw went back for the Dragon Lance again.
Just stats, man. I mean, you literally just get it for the stats. I'm not a fan of it, but whatever.
That's kind of like getting the shotgun too, but the shotgun costs way more. The Ethereal Blade.
Whatever. I mean, it's a Bloodstone. I saw him actually getting the Soul Ring, and I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna be wrong. But maybe the game will end before he gets it, and I won't have to admit wrong.
I wasn't. Actually, I was gonna bring it up. I saw the Bloodstone. I'm like, all right, well, I could bring this up. But
and I think if you would have had before last fight, that would have been actually so big getting those 4 charges.
Yeah. He would have been in a very good spot. Moo, by the way, has been trying to get this goddamn Blink Dagger for the longest time, and he just has died in every fight since then.
Yeah, it's been rough for him. He's gotten that book 3, and yeah, they just like I said, it's hard for them to initiate. They don't really have an initiator besides Weehaw, like blinking in, but he doesn't want to be the one to have to go in because Sunray plus Spectre plus Axe is just instant death.
Yeah, if I had a Blink Dagger at a decent time for Moo, the game might, I wouldn't say already be over, but close to it. Complexity are setting up for a take-back of their own jungle. They're looking to just be able to jungle together as a team. Get some wards down, perhaps. Moo and Misery looking to be a bit aggressive in the other time. In the meantime, Weehaw's invised up. That's what they were looking for. She's going to come out from Swindle Melons. That'll be onto maybe the creep wave or a couple of these heroes or whatever. But meanwhile, BKB's not done yet for the Gyrocopter. He is 500 gold away, roughly. They've pinged out. They see Limp is nearby, but I don't... Unless Weehaw blinks up, he's not going to get that initiation off.
Yeah, Weehaw's not. He's crazy, but he's not that crazy.
I would have been maybe, especially with Swindle there with the Fisher ready to go, that would have been questionable at best.
Resolution could be in trouble now. I think that's smart. They might have been able to take him down that quick, but...
This game, back and forth we go. 10,000 network lead has now dripped down to about an 8,000. Not bad for DC, but Complexity are still finding the engagements. They saw that last fight. They had an opportunity to take, and they did. Salt to get some scouting vision. Sox is going to be scouted. Swindle was faking out his Fisher. They can't find anything with that. Roche is up in, I don't know how long. It's not up yet. So, and there's that blink for Moo. This is the important time period for DC. What can they get done with this? Will they smoke with it? It looks like the answer to that question is absolutely yes, they will. No Observer Wards for the dire team. Scout that out.
This is the double pipe build on Venge and Jakiro too.
2 scans available, by the way. Dance City, Z-Freak gonna be scouted out. He's gonna blink out into the river very quickly.
And he's like,
that
sweet.
might be the smoke just done.
Still see him though.
Swindles,
With that
they see there. Roar's gonna come out, gonna hit up. Now the Hawk comes through. They pop the Necro. Swindles in trouble. Can't get his Echo Slam off. The Necro Archer doing that mana burn job very easily. Ice Path connects to the Chessie. Now they're called out. Lim's in trouble. He'll try to TP away. They have no Ice Path ready to go. He actually gets out in time. They'll only lose an Earthshaker for that fight. Chessie, no, he's in trouble. He gets Earthbinded up. Weehaw gets the job done. They needed to keep Chessie alive, but he goes down. And Roche is about to respawn Grant at the perfect time for Digital Chaos.
Will they? Well, they're just gonna try to push the base, maybe force a buyback, which they don't have.
Take your Hawk to Roche move. I guess this is probably better if they can take the tier 3. Yeah, they don't have the buyback on Chessie.
If they know that, they'll push straight in, but they might go for Roche. I don't know what they're doing.
They're
chilling.
They're thinking about it. Weeha's like, I've got my Meepo clones all over here. I'll TP in my Meepo. Swap Hans Skin is maybe in some trouble. Call goes into Soxa. There's going to be the Hex up on the left. Great Earthbind. Weeha with the poof in. Lips in trouble. Ice Path on it too. Secret's in trouble. The Supernova will not save anyone. They get the Echo Symbol, but Weeha's still alive for the time being. One of his clones very low. Finally does go down. They buy back on the Zeus. They also buy back on the Meepo. He's going to boss into the range creep. They'll back up for now. Weeha looks like he wants to fight. The Poofs are about to come in for the rest of his clones. Might go back to take Roche now. I don't know. They force out the Limb Zeus buyback, but also the Meepo buying back. Maybe not the best play for Digital Chaos. Complexity, they hold the base, they hold the tier 3 tower. Ooh. Sketchy.
And they're just gonna get the Roche now, and yeah, Weeha he got the pop on 2 heroes, and then Swindle with the sick dunk, but DC's just so far ahead now. The Meepo can just farm 5 places at once, and he's done it well. He's got a sheep stick too, so
he can't afford to just get caught out though and die.
Yeah, exactly. Like he got those 2 kills, but they could have got a lot more if he just maybe played passive.
I mean, the Limp buyback's big, don't get me wrong, but it's not a Chessie buyback or something like that. I know he wanted those kills, but I think you go for another smoke. You've got Roar back up, you've got Necrobook back up. If you're DC, I think that's the play you make it. For Complexity, I don't know what play you make at this point. You have Haunt back up in 1 second, so maybe you just kind of wait and see what happens. I don't know. No buyback. If they lose Limp, I don't think the game's over, but it's going to be a lot harder to defend.
Yeah, Gem coming up on the Phoenix. Now they're going to try to take position of the map, which I think Complexity can still do. They can roam around the map as long as they take all the wards and get some of their own up.
By the way, Vlad has not been picked up yet for DC, and Sumu will go into that round now with his Blink Dagger been purchased.
That's fine. They just need to get all the auras now and just go in.
Weeha pick up another item afterwards. Well, he just died, or brought back, so no. He almost certainly did not get another item. He's pushing top, and again, yeah, with the carry pushing top, DC will smoke up for the rest of the team, including the carry Weeha Meepo. They're looking for an initiation. It might be Chessie. Can they blink roar him? They had vision there for a moment, but they decided not to go in. Resolution smoke is going to be broken. Chessie's going to back to pop the mid cell. Jump in. They're going to find the roar of the Hoskin instead. There's the Hawk coming through. Hoskin gets the Yule's up in time. Stays alive, but Limp might not be so lucky. Gets next up. Necropyre on the deck. Resolution chasing after Chessie. And Weeha stuck in the tree line. Poofs in further on the other side of the fight. Hoskin's barely alive. Liquid Fire will take him down with a 4 on top. And Weeha gets called. Echo Set comes in. But the Poof wasn't there. Didn't have all the units, so he ulted a little bit early, but he had to. Was about to die. 4 dead for DC. For Complexity, excuse me, and DC take the fight.
They see Chessie.
Handedly. Chessie, the only one alive. Earthbind does miss. He can get out. He'll Spectral Dagger away. He can TP out. They buy back on the Earthshaker and the Axe. They are forced to, but it is still a 3 versus 5 situation where Weeha still has his Aegis on top of that. Battle Hunger will go. Jump in. No. They're going to use the Fisher instead to start things up. Resolution and Moose sitting in the backside. There's getting the pull coming in. Swat back on the Z-Freak. He might die back here. He's in trouble. Complexity in dire straits. They will lose their axe. Weeha's still pretty low. Lips doing a lot of damage to the Arc Lightning and Lightning Bolt coming out. Misery a little bit far behind. Swindle's going to come in and chance over the Fisher on top. Now the Poof getting out. Chessie taking some damage. There's Magic Missile. Pops the next style. Rocket Barrage. Ice Path. Trying to zone them all out. Can Misery get away in time is the question. They're going to continue to chase. Complexity's looking for more. Resolution and Misery might be the targets here. Icarus dive through. Hansen's looking to bring Misery down, but now they turn. BK beats Resolution with a rocket punch. They will take down everybody as Weeha immediately blows up the Limp on that Zeus. Supernova 9 instantly. Chessie will fall. Triple kill in DC. They might take all 3 of these series back to back to back. They will at least take this Rax. Chessie is forced to buy back, but he is alone. Hanskin has buyback on the Phoenix, but they will lose at least 1 set of racks. if not 2, and maybe, just maybe the game.
Oh.
Next comes out, Chess is going to get caught. They need another Earthbind. The poofs are in. They will find it. He'll Manta out of it. Another Earthbind goes right after the Manta style. The Ice Path to fall off. Takes the veil off, and Chessie about to die back. He goes down, though, in the meantime. It's just the Aegis, though. But it is still Chessie dead for 80 seconds. Buyback finally forced to be used by Hanskin. And here we go. Axe is back up. Limp is back up. They pop the pipe. They want the second set of racks top lane. DC will jump in. He's going to Hex him left. Now he's going to get caught by Z-Freak, just barely. Good Ice Path. Sunray on top, so to do some more damage. There's the counter heal. It's going to work. Weehaw can't really afford to die. He will go down to the Sunray. Dead for 120 seconds. He is dead for a long time. Moo will be able to back out. And Complexity, they are two sisters right step, but here comes Resolution. Misery back in the fray. Z-Freak about to go down once more. Hanskin, he just fought back in. He's keeping out in time. Avoids the Ice Path. The Rocket Crush damage is too much. Jump in, Echo Slam. Only onto Misery, though. Fisher onto 2. Moo's still working out with, of course, with Ward coming in. And Swindles is going to try to get out. The Rocket Barrage, he's just trying to kind of do the best that he can, but they're all dead. It's triple kill, and that is it. DC take all 3 of these series, like I said, one by one. And Complexity, that's it for them.
I don't know if you saw. I know you see Moo has the Z talk, the tag on him, and he did the Z talk. He taunted him, threw his ground, and then Swindle good game. And yeah, DC just they look really good, and they just went 2-0 with Meepo. Lost the one game they didn't pick Meepo. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, that's
and they